Ni hao, Guangdong, ni hao, Macao, Hong Kong, everyone at the Hengqin Greater Bay Area Forum. I'm so pleased to be asked to speak to this great forum because I believe that the Bay Area is front and center in the green revolution which we want to see in today's world. We, I think, all realize that we have a triple environment crisis. Many cities in the world, not so much in southern China, but in other parts of the world, are extremely polluted. We are destroying nature by the day, wiping out ecosystems and animals. And climate change is an incredible global crisis, and we need to find solutions to all this. That's the bad news. I mean, the good news is we have all the policies, all the finances, and all the technologies we need to find the solutions. And Guangdong and the Greater Bay Area is front and center in that process to lead the world into a greener future, into indeed an ecological civilization. Because Guangdong, Macao, Hong Kong has played a key role in Chinese history, and today Macao is a very central part of this opening up and reform of China. Macao now has very high ambitions for emission cuts. It will be a center for science and technology for traditional Chinese medicine. And of course, Macao can also play a global role, maybe in the context of being a Lusophone center, relating to African nations, Portuguese-speaking nations, to Brazil, to Portugal, and many other Lusophone countries. And Guangdong province, we all know, is a center stage in so much of the technological revolution, the IT we need, and the green technologies we need for the future. So much is happening in Guangdong, Macao, Hong Kong, the Greater Bay Area, and this can be very central to the world in the 21st century. Let me point to a few areas where we need to change and where Greater Bay Area can play a lead role. First, high tech is absolutely essential for the green transformation. Huawei, for example, is involved in improving the quality of solar energy. I know they are working with some of the facilities which are set up in Western China to improve the output by 10 or 15% of the solar energy, simply by using better high-tech at the plants. And that, of course, is a major contribution to a greener future. And Huawei is also using this technology even in my home country, Norway, to improve the quality of the salmon in Norwegian rivers. They're working with Ireland to measure the sounds of whales outside the coast of Ireland. So high-tech can play such a central role in this green revolution. DJI is now more than 80% of all drones in the world. Drones can be absolutely critical for the green transformation, for instance, agriculture. Drones can plant trees. Drones can observe the agriculture and help the farmer to be more greener and more efficient. So that's first, use the high tech for the green revolution. Second, we should focus on renewable energies. China is now the world leader on every renewable energy. 82% of all solar panels in the world last year were produced in China. 70% of all electric batteries in the world were produced in one nation alone, in China, nearly all the rest in Korea. China is more than 60% of offshore wind, of solar power, of hydropower last year. So China is really totally dominating basically all the value chains for renewable energies. This means that Europe, North America, well, we need to get up early in the morning to compete with China. We need cooperation for sure, but it's also sound with some competition where people try to do better than competitors, and that will drive the change. But China is now so much in the lead on the green energy revolution, and many of the companies are located in the Greater Bay Area. And the fact that China is so much in the lead is, of course, creating jobs all over China. Very interestingly, many of the jobs are in smaller second-tier or third or even fourth-tier cities, not just in the great metropolis of Shenzhen or Guangzhou Shanghai or Beijing, but in smaller cities. One example is Wenzhou in Zhejiang province, which has benefited a lot from this revolution in lithium, copper, cobalt, which is creating jobs in China, but which we need to take to the entire world. Thirdly, we need to move into green transport. Shenzhen is really the most extraordinary example in the world. 16,000 electric buses, 20,000 electric taxis, even electric trucks. Last time I was there. There are indeed currently more electric buses in Shenzhen alone than there are in the rest of the world outside of China combined. So, and Guangzhou also has a fantastic metro system with some of the really most exciting metro stations and both metro and electric buses. So Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Shanghai, the entire region is really leading the world in this area. Fourthly, we need a circular economy. We cannot continue in the future just to waste all our resources. I mean, 99% of all clothes in the world are just thrown away. When we buy a new phone, whether it's an Apple or a Samsung or a Huawei phone, we just throw it away because this cannot continue. We need to reuse the resources. That's great for nature. It's also great for jobs and prosperity. And the Greater Bay Area, being such a high-tech area, is set to lead the world into this much more economical way of using our resources, a circular economy. And lastly, we need to protect nature much better. We need to plant a lot more trees. We need to green the landscapes. We need to make agriculture much more efficient and green. And again, Guangdong and the Greater Bay Area can play a critical role here. International research shows that China is now by far the biggest tree planter in the world, and the greening of landscapes in China is the main reason why the globe is becoming greener year by year. There are so many opportunities for combining the green with high tech and making China and the world a greener place. China has just put up a fishing ban in the Yangtze River, also in the upper stretches of the Yellow River. These are great efforts to protect nature better, and some of the cleaning up of rivers all over China is world-class efforts to make China and the world a better place. Yes, true, Europe has also cleaned the air. Europe has also cleaned our rivers. But what we achieved in 3 or 4 decades, China to a large extent has achieved in 5 to 10 years. The speed is higher in China, but we of course should walk in the same direction towards a greener future. So if we look to all these 5 areas, high-tech, renewable energies, green transport, greening of landscapes, and a circular economy, these are 5 key areas for Guangdong to lead the world into an ecological civilization. For this to happen, we must overcome 2 obstacles. We must make sure the green revolution is fair, that everyone feel included. To make that happen, you need to look to the fairness of the transition. And we need to work jointly, hand in hand in the world. That's why it's so negative and dangerous when some sources and some people in the United States speak about the new Cold War or want to decouple the United States from China. No one wants that outside the United States. There's not one country in the world who wants this decoupling. All of us, Europe, Africa, Latin America, India, rest of Asia, we all want to be close friends to both China and the United States at the same time, the people-to-people relations, and to exchange culture and political ideas and to invest in each other. So let's move towards a world where we work together rather than separately. And of course, Belt and Road is a huge vehicle for this green transformation of the world and for better cooperation in the world. and through Belt and Road, China can bring its ideas and its technology and its investment to poorer parts of the planet, and that will have a massive effect in greening other developing countries in Africa, Latin America, or Asia. So thank you all of you for listening to me at this great conference in the Greater Bay Area region. And I'm absolutely confident that the Bay Area will be a key driver in the green revolution that the world so much desires, and that together we can create an ecological civilization. Thank you so much. 谢谢。